This tutorial provides an overview of the validity of exclusion clauses in business-to-business and business-to-consumer contracts. An exclusion clause is a term of a contract which excludes or limits the liability of a contracting party, either entirely or in part, for breach of contract or negligence. To be enforceable, an exclusion clause must have been incorporated into the contract and, as a matter of interpretation, cover the act or omission complained of. There are legislative restrictions on the use of exclusion clauses, particularly in business-to-consumer contracts. Incorporation. As a general principle, a contracting party who signs a document in writing, which includes an exclusion clause, will be bound by the clause, even if he is unaware of it, unless there has been some fraud or misrepresentation on the part of any other contracting party. If reasonable steps have been taken to bring the existence of the exclusion clause to all other parties, the information provided in respect of the exclusion clause must not be misleading. In Curtis, an exclusion clause was held not to be enforceable as a result of an innocent representation which had been made as to its purpose, despite being included in the terms of a receipt which had been signed by all parties. By contrast, if the exclusion clause is included within a document which has not been signed, such as a railway ticket, the court held in Lestrange that the contracting party, relying on the efficacy of the exclusion clause, is subject to a burden to prove that all other parties were, or ought to have been, aware of the existence of the clause. As noted